Hey, this is Mike. It's the weekend, it's Sunday, it's the Super Bowl weekend. And I'm not into sports, but I don't have much in me to do what I want to do this weekend. I'm kind of tired from the work week we had, and sometimes that's the way it's going to be. But I just wanted to have a little clip here. I have the pistons now that came from Hatson, and we showed them in one of the other clips. But now we have the springs we're going to use for the two Tomahawk projects, and the springs were 2 coils less and not as beefy as I would have liked, but we're going to see what we get out of them. And so far I like the fit here on the piston. I'm happy with that. And the other thing is we also have the moly impregnated Vortex piston seals that we're going to use. And then once I see that, I'm going to probably try making the O-ring piston seal for the guns and convert one to a piston seal and see how the feet per second jump. If these give me what I want, I won't even bother. I probably will on one, I don't know. But anyway, that's that. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I just don't have anything left. But you'll see behind me, there's another gun. These guns just keep popping up. I mean, I just walk in and there they are. I mean, it's like, I don't know, crazy. So we got a gun to open up. And then also I wanted to introduce a very special guest. He's now a part of this air gun adventure of mine, and his new guy here. He's a little shy because I promised him he wouldn't have to worry about anybody taking a shot at him. He's promised to be safe, so he's got a nice little home here, and he's learning about air guns as well. So I want to introduce everybody to Scooter. And Scooter, I'm telling you, you don't have to be afraid. Everything's all right. And he can talk, but right now he's just not going to do that. So Scooter, we'll just say hi to you. See that? He's a little stiff, you know, he's a little scared. But anyway, he's going to go back and get used to how we do things around here, and maybe we'll get him to help set up the targets. Who knows? But anyway, let's open up this gun and see what this is all about, and then we'll end this silly clip. And after that, we'll probably have the regular clips as we get into the Turkish Tomahawk project. Okay, Scooter, let's hop up over here maybe. How's that? Okay, now you don't have to worry about these guys. They're not going to bother you. Promise. So here we go. A special gun here. This gun came direct from Walmart. Oh, can't be that special. That's what you're saying. Well, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's go take a look. By the way, this gun was cheap. So what is it? It's the Ruger Air Magnum. How about that? The 350 clone. So my buddy Rich had one on the bench, and oh, that reminds me, we talked about that in the last clip, and I'm just going to mention that my buddy Rich, we were talking about this Hatson 135 when we were talking about breaking the barrel open and taking and swapping barrels without taking the action apart. And I knew that I didn't think that was really going to happen. It's just kind of common sense, the way these things are designed with the lock and jam and the cock and arm and all that stuff. But hey, Rich said he does it all the time. But as it turned out, later Rich was talking to me. He goes, you know, I didn't think about it, but I forgot. I already got into those guns, and he puts his special piston seals in there, which turns out that pushes the piston back a little bit, which will give him a little bit more cock and arm room, right? which enabled him to do what, folks? It enabled him to take the barrel assembly off the gun without taking the action apart. So how about that? That's why Rich was able to pull that off. So there again, it's a good, fine example of when you know something in air guns, it's best to know firsthand what you can do before you go share that information. We're all guilty of that. We learn things and then we spread it around, and then later on we may find out that wasn't even true. But yeah, that's part of the things you learn when you get it in this air gun avenue, as I call it, the different things. And so now one of my things is I try not to say things unless I know what I'm talking about. If somebody tells me something and I don't feel that it's right, I won't believe it until I see it myself. I have to test it, and that's just the way it is. And I much rather build that up on what I know personally. So anyway, with that said, let's get on with this Ruger Airhawk. Now, the Ruger Airhawk comes with a synthetic stock, and I was told that this gun, once you go through it, the trigger's very nice, and the shot cycle's very nice. Now, this is after you've gone through it and Vortex springed it and did your stuff to it. And also I was told that initially from the box it's going to definitely kick like a mule, and it's going to definitely have too much oil and lube in it. So anyway, $149 was the best deal online from Walmart. Shipped to Walmart, and I was surprised. I came home and this gun was actually in my living room, and I was like, I thought they were supposed to call me when it was time to pick it up. So they give you some, you know, scope. I'm sure the scope isn't going to hold up, but hey, I could be wrong. Anyway, the gun, it feels pretty good. Not very heavy. I don't know what it was supposed to weigh, but Rich told me, Mike, once you go through that gun, he actually liked it, and I kid you not, better than the real RWS 350. Rich was shooting cans at 85 yards, open sights, freehand. He says it was almost boring. And then when I heard that, I had to go get one. For $149, you bet. Now, if you're going to buy one and just not go through it and tune it, that's going to be a whole different story. But one of the things that caught my eye about this rifle is look at that. Look at that nice Weaver rail. Now, I don't know how and what they did. I'll have to look a little closer, but it looks like there's 4 Allens and holding this rail on. So I got to look into that. I don't know if that's permanent or if actually they just stuck that on with the 4 Allens like that from the factory, because you can see the normal dovetail rail underneath that. But anyway, here's the Ruger Airhawk. It's synthetic. You can go hunting with it. You know what? The gun actually has a nice, the weight's not bad. It's really not. You could probably take this hunting. I don't know, I'm not a hunter, and I'm sure if I was going hunting, it would depend on what I'd be looking for. So, but right now, I mean, this isn't bad. And if you can go 85 yards with open sights, and you're going to have a kill zone normally of maybe 25 to 40 yards, you know, you could probably put a light scope on there and be good to go. But anyway, the gun, the blue one's fairly nice. You know, these Chinese guns, they're made very well sometimes. The blue and the steel. You know I had another Ruger. I forget what that was, but it was actually heavy, and it felt heavier than this for some reason. But anyway, we'll get into this a little later, and what we want to do is go through it and tune it, right? Do the whole 9 yards, test it out, and see how it compares to the real RWS 350, and I have that as well. So that's one of the reasons I got it, because I really want to see what this baby is going to be like compared to the real RWS 350. We'll check the bore out and see what that's like, see how the pellet, the bore fit, and clean the barrel, see how dirty it is. Normally it's going to be filthy dirty. And that's it. I don't know if you can see the gun. Maybe I'll just whip the camera over here and give you a quicker look. And I know a lot of you guys don't really care, but you know what? If you know what to do for 149 bucks, man, you can't beat it. These things are supposed to be pretty powerful. So it basically came with some literature, which, you know, I'm not really interested in. But I'll whip the camera around. We'll get a little look. Maybe do it like this. How's that? Has the front and rear sights, of course. Let me just take the camera off here. Well, there it is. There's the Ruger Airhawk. Did I say Airhawk? Air Magnum. Ruger Air Magnum. Anyway, this is a .22 caliber. I don't think they make them in .25, but I have enough .25, so right now anything like this in the Magnum form will be coming in .22. So there it is. The blue one's nice, the steel's nice, the stock is nice. $149, and you get a lot of nice with it. Now, of course, we're going to have to go through it and see what we find inside. We know we're going to have a lot of oil. There's that weaver rail. I'm sure those screws are holding that on, and I wonder if there's a pin, and that's what's bothering me, and I'll have to look into that. But anyway, I heard the triggers were really nice. Rich said they're nice. And what more can you want for $149? You can't put these things down until you try them. But obviously, if you get it from the factory, I don't recommend it. You need to be able to work on your gun. You need to be able to go through the gun or have somebody go through it for you. But anyway, there you are, the Ruger Air Magnum. $149, shipped to Walmart. And this guy was actually delivered to my door. So this is Mike saying, see you on the next clip. We'll put all the stuff in some type of video, and then we'll get into the Turkish tomahawks. Take care.